Hey there, YouTubers. Okay, so it's me again, and I know you're expecting talking about Job, and that is really next, I promise. But, there was just something that I wanted to talk about, and I thought was important before we moved on. And, we've been talking about having the characteristics of a Christian, and, something I wanted to throw in there is, following Christ is not easy. It's not, but it's worth it. And before we become a Christian, before we have these characteristics, we have to make up the mind to change, and we have to have the mindset that I know this is not going to be easy. I know I will be tested every day. I know it's going to be a struggle sometimes, and I know that beyond my ability is God's. And that's what's going to get me through, because it's just, okay, so I notice if I go one day without being in the Word and one day without being in His presence, I begin to slack. And I noticed that. And, so, no, it's not easy, but we need to stay in the Word, and we need to stay in His presence, so that when it becomes difficult and almost unbearable, and you see things in your old life that makes you think, oh man, that would be so fun, you just suddenly go, oh yeah, but my old life was about to take me straight to hell. And it will get better. It will get a little bit easier the further along you are, because what changes it is what becomes important to you. I guess that's how you could say it. Because I know at first, Christ was important to me, but He wasn't my everything. And so it was easy for me to fall into things. It was easy for me to go back and forth and be on the fence. But when I decided to put Him first, when I gave Him that importance, that first place, there's a song in my church that says, oh, take the first place in my heart. And when I gave the Lord the first place in my heart, that's when I really started to see a difference, because that's what was important to me. That was my motive. He became my motive to change. He became my reason to get up in the morning and to go to sleep. He became, my reason to strive, to push on, to even when it's hard and I feel like I just cannot do this, I know that He can. So, first of all, I just want to say that as for the characteristics of a Christian, your first decision, the first thing you should do is to make up your mind that you're going to put Him first, that you're going to give Him the first place in your heart, that you're going to give Him the first place in your life, and that nothing nor no one will ever take that place, will ever come before Him. That's I remember conversations, just thinking of conversations and past relationships, and people are shocked when I tell them I would rather be single for the rest of my life than to be with a man who cannot understand that God is first, always, always, always. And I'm for real about that, Yeah, I'm for real about that. God is first in my life, and if somebody can't deal with that, then that's all right. I'm cool with just me and God, I'm cool with that, But I just wanted to kind of put that out there before I start getting into Job. And I should have done it before I did the characteristics, because that is the first step. the first step to being a Christian. Well, no, I shouldn't say the first step. The first step is asking him into your heart and giving your life to him and accepting him as your personal savior. That's the first part. Okay? But the next step, when you start to become serious about your relationship, is that decision to say, okay, you know what? You're worth more to me than this world, and I'm gonna do this, and if I'm gonna give you my heart, it's not just gonna be a little piece of it, but it's like surrendering. It's like saying, okay, God, alright, this is it. I give you my whole heart, not just a little piece of it, not when I need you, not when it's good for me, but I give you my whole heart in the good times and the bad times and the storms. When it seems like you're not there, I still depend on you, and I give you my whole heart, and I put you first place, because that is a big jump. It's like a reevaluation of your morals and values, because once he is more important, then you want what he wants, and you want to do what he wants you to do. Your will becomes his will. You know what I'm saying? You want his will in your life, and that's all you want. That's all you desire. Like, it's taken me a while, but I've finally gotten to this place in my life where God is the most important thing in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my family. I got some nephews and nieces, and I love them with my whole heart. But I still love God more. I mean, I love my mom. I love my dad. We have a wonderful relationship. But I still love God more. And if I were ever to marry, my husband would know that I still love God more. It's God first. God first. And that's just a major step. And so that's why I thought that this was important to do before I started the Job, because this is the first, if we're going to mold ourselves, this is the first step. This is the first step in remodeling ourselves and in remodeling our lives to fit the new person that God has made us in himself. So we have to be ready. We have to do this first. We have to be ready for this. We have to be ready. You know, if we are going to try to mold ourselves to be like Job and some of the great people of the Bible, that was them. I mean, that is the essence of Job. It was everything. He lost everything, and he still put God first. So we have to be prepared, and we have to be ready to put him first, make him first place in our heart, and the rest should follow. It should become, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because it's not, but it should come a little more naturally, because if you want what he wants, you'll still be tempted, but there won't be a fight, there won't be as much of a rebellion, because if you love him, if he's first place, you're gonna want what he wants. So, I wanted to put that before the Job video, and I promise that it's coming up next. And so I will be seeing you guys here real soon. May Jesus bless you.